Hare Krishna. Welcome to our program. Our speaker of the day is Shriman Gaurang Darshan Prabhu. He has done his master's degree from the prestigious Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. Prabhuji is a disciple of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, who is a senior disciple of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. He is also a member of ISKCON Examination Board and takes classes on Srimad Bhagavatam, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita and Vaishnav etiquettes. He has written elaborate workbooks on Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita, with which the students can dive into intricacies of these great scriptures. He is a compiler of many other educational booklets and magazines, thus helping the seekers of Bhagavad knowledge. In all, he is a living encyclopedia of scriptures preaching the science all over the world, and who is exemplary and lives whatever he preaches. Come, let's hear him and try to imbibe the essence of scriptures as presented by him. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. We are discussing this Damodar Leela. Mother Yashoda got up so early in the morning on Deepavali day and she started churning butter for Krishna. And Krishna just got up from his sleep and then he was searching for his mother. He came all the way to the spot where Mother Yashoda was churning butter and he stopped the churning by holding the churning rod. Then Yashoda Mai was impressed with the intelligence of Krishna and Krishna just jumped into her lap because Krishna was very hungry. Tam stanya kama asadya. Krishna was hungry for her milk, so he jumped into Yashoda's lap and Yashoda picked him up and started feeding her milk to Krishna. At the time, the Padmagandha milk that was boiling in the kitchen, so it started spilling over. Because Yashoda was feeding milk to Krishna, this milk which was boiling on the stove, it started thinking that there is no use for my existence. Let me commit suicide. Because Yashoda is giving all milk to Krishna, Krishna may not drink me. If Krishna doesn't drink me, what is the use of my existence? So everything in spiritual world is very conscious. And even milk also has consciousness and has an attitude to render service to Krishna. That is the glory of spiritual world. Sometimes when Mother Yashoda wants to cook in the spiritual world, she would ask the rice, "Oh rice, are you cooked?" Then the rice would say, "Mother Yashoda, I may need some more time." Or the rice would say, "I am already cooked, you can come and then remove me." So Mother Yashoda would go and remove. So like that, the spiritual world is filled with Krishna conscious devotees, and even milk or rice, they are also very conscious. So Yashoda Mata heard the sound of this milk spilling over in the kitchen, and at that time Mother Yashoda just kept Krishna aside. She ran into the kitchen just to protect that milk. How can Mother Yashoda give so much importance to that Padmagandha milk and interrupt her service to Krishna? When Krishna is very hungrily drinking her own milk, how can Mother Yashoda stop it? How can Mother Yashoda deprive Krishna for milk? Acharyas give a lot of explanations, and one is Mother Yashoda is very much careful to protect Krishna's wealth, Krishna's milk that is meant for his future service. So, giving importance to some future service, a devotee could cause some little interruption to current service. That's what Mother Yashoda has done. Now, Mother Yashoda apparently displeased Krishna, but ultimately her intention was to render service to Krishna. And when Mother Yashoda tried to, Mother Yashoda kept Krishna aside, Krishna became so unhappy and became very angry. Sanjata spuritarunaadharam sandasya dadbhirdadhimanta bhajanam Bhitva mrishashrurdrishadasmanaraho jahasahayangavamantaram kataham. When Mother Yashoda kept Krishna aside and stopped giving her milk to Krishna temporarily, Krishna became so angry. Krishna is displeased with this activity. How can Mother Yashoda neglect me? He became angry and he started crying. On the other hand, when Krishna went to this Mathura, after some time when he is little grown up, at that time there were some great wrestlers, mountain-like wrestlers like Chanura, Mushtika, Shala, Toshala, Kuta. These are all the wrestlers of Kamsa. In that Kamsa's wrestling arena, all these wrestlers challenged Krishna and Krishna fought with them. When Krishna was fighting with these demoniac wrestlers, he received a lot of happiness. So Krishna also desires to fight with someone. So that fighting also can give pleasure. Somehow these wrestlers, Chanura, Mushtika and others, they are fortunate enough to give that fighting pleasure to Krishna. So they pleased Krishna. But here is Mother Yashoda. She displeased Krishna by depriving him of her milk. Who is a better devotee? Actually speaking, Krishna is not impressed just by the external activity. Krishna considers the internal consciousness. Although the fighting of Chanura and Mushtika had given pleasure to Krishna, the intention, the consciousness of Chanura and Mushtika is filled with enmity for God, enmity for Krishna. So the consciousness is envy, but Krishna is expert enough to extract some service and some pleasure from their envious consciousness also, and he derived fighting pleasure by fighting with them. But here is Mother Yashoda, who has interrupted her feeding to Krishna out of love for Krishna, out of concern for the milk that is meant to serve Krishna later. So Mother Yashoda is pleasing Krishna ultimately, although apparently she kind of displeased Krishna. So she ran, and Mother Yashoda could have gone into the kitchen along with Krishna. She was feeding milk, she could have held Krishna and then entered the kitchen. But she did not do that. She kept Krishna aside and ran into the kitchen. The reason is, Yashoda has to run very fast to stop the milk, because the milk can spill over just within few seconds. Yashoda has to be very quick, otherwise she may lose the milk. So if she carries Krishna and then runs, she may get delayed and Krishna could be harmed also in this whole process. So she thought that it is safe for me to keep Krishna aside for a minute and then rectify the situation in the kitchen and I will come back. But Krishna is so disappointed, Krishna is so angry. So, Sanjata kopaha spurita arunadharam. So Krishna became angry and he picked up some object and then broke the pot. He made a hole in the pot. Mother Yashoda was churning butter and that butter pot was broken by Krishna out of his deep anger. And Krishna broke the pot so expertly that it did not make so much of loud sound. Yashoda was in the kitchen, she was rectifying the situation, but Krishna just broke the pot. And Krishna was crying, Vrishashru. So Krishna is profusely crying. A person's integrity is tested by what the person does when no one is around him. So Krishna was crying tears here because of mother's neglect, and these tears are genuine. Acharyas say that they are genuine tears because no one was around Krishna at that time, and Krishna is crying means he is genuinely crying for mother's love. Just imagine, Krishna, although he is the supreme personality of Godhead, he is the origin of entire creation. He says in Bhagavad Gita, Mattaha parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mahisarvamitam protam sutre maniganayava. There is no one superior to me. Everything is originating from me. I am like that basis, foundation, sustenance. I am like that thread that strings all the pearls together. So there is a string, there is a thread or string that keeps all the pearls in a necklace together, and Krishna is like that. So without that, all the cosmic elements cannot stay. So Krishna is the foundation of the entire universe. So Krishna's energies are keeping everything in balance, everything existent. So although Krishna is such a wonderful personality, Krishna is the original personality, still he is crying profusely, tears in this pastime. So Krishna is very genuine in shedding tears, because although he is God, he has assumed the mood of an infant in this pastime. So Krishna kept aside his godhood, kept aside his controllership. He is the creator, maintainer, destroyer, master, enjoyer, proprietor of the entire universe, but he has kept aside all these upadhis, all these designations. Now the only mood that Krishna has is, I am a child of Mother Yashoda. I am just a 2-3-year-old son of Mother Yashoda. When a 2-3-year-old baby, an infant baby is neglected by mother, baby cries. Similarly, Krishna is neglected by Mother Yashoda, he is crying. So Krishna is completely assuming this mood of a small child to experience Mother Yashoda's love. Because Mother Yashoda has so much of love for Krishna, Krishna is crying when he is deprived of that attention from Mother Yashoda. So to the degree Mother Yashoda's love is genuine, to that degree Krishna's tears are genuine. Krishna is crying, that means that Krishna is valuing Mother Yashoda's love for him. Because Yashoda loves him so much, when Krishna did not receive her milk, receive her attention, Krishna is crying. So Krishna's tears are not false. Oftentimes, when Krishna does some mischief, Mother Yashoda tries to chastise Krishna. When Mother Yashoda is chastising Krishna, Krishna would shed tears, but oftentimes they are false tears. Krishna is just acting, just to attract some sympathy from Mother Yashoda, so that Yashoda may not punish him. So Krishna is just acting like that. But in this context, in Damodar Leela, Krishna is really genuinely crying. Somehow in Damodar Leela, Krishna cries from beginning to end. As soon as he got up from sleep on this Diwali day, he started crying. And he was searching for his mother. Somehow crying, he came to mother and then went into her lap, and then he started drinking milk. He drank milk for a while, and Yashoda kept him aside. Again he started crying. So Krishna was crying profusely, and out of his deep anger he broke the butter pot. And all the contents in the pot, the buttermilk or yogurt and butter, it just spread all over the place. And continuing his crying with tears in his eyes, with great disappointment and dejection, Krishna ran away from that room, and Krishna entered another room. When Krishna ran away from that room, his soft butter footprints were there all over the place. So the contents of the broken pots were spreading throughout the floor, and Krishna was walking on that floor, and as he was going outside the room and entering another room, all these butter footprints are seen. Now Krishna would steal butter. Krishna would steal butter from Mother Yashoda's house, and he would distribute that butter to monkeys. So Krishna, out of his deep disappointment, went from there and went into another room, and he stole butter, and he was thinking, let me steal yesterday's butter. This is not fresh butter. So if I take yesterday's butter and if I eat that butter and if I become sick, Mother Yashoda has to take me to some hospital and she has to spend a lot of money to rectify my health. So that will be punishment to her. So like that, very innocently, Krishna just was stealing butter. So he found a wooden grinding mortar. He just jumped on that mortar and somehow took the butter, and he came out of the room, and sitting on the grinding mortar, he started distributing butter to the monkeys. But Krishna was crying all the while. Krishna was also very fearful, because Mother Yashoda might come and catch me at any moment. I have done a great mischief. He has broken butter pot and he has stolen butter, and he ran away and started distributing to the butter to the monkeys. So all these are offenses. It's a part of his mischief. So Mother Yashoda would be upset that Krishna had guessed it. So Krishna was sitting on the upside down wooden grinding mortar and he was giving butter to the monkeys. And Yashoda rectified the overflowing Padmagandha milk in the kitchen and she came out. When Yashoda came out to the spot of churning, she found that all the pots were broken and all the contents of the pot were flowing on the floor, and Yashoda became so angry. She felt that I am making butter for my child and my child just broke all these pots. And Yashoda could clearly understand that it is the work of Krishna only, because Krishna was sitting there when she left. When she came back, Krishna was not there. Generally, sometimes monkeys would enter Vrindavan houses and they may break pots in the houses of Vrindavan. But here, this is not the work of a monkey, because Krishna has broken the pot very skillfully. Krishna is so skillful at stealing butter or breaking pots that without making much sound or noise, he can do it. Sometimes all the gopis of Vrindavan would hide the pots to the ceiling. They would hang the pots on the ceiling and Krishna would somehow reach that spot. So he would keep some of his friends one on another and Krishna would somehow climb up on them and he would steal that. And sometimes the gopis would hide the pots within some dark houses. Krishna can enter the houses and illuminate the house, the dark room, with his bangles and with all his ornaments, and he will find where the butter is kept. So, in this way, Krishna is expert in breaking pots and stealing butter. Mother Yashoda could clearly understand it. Oh, this is the work of my child only. So, after understanding that it is Krishna's work, so Mother Yashoda wanted to find Krishna. But how will she find Krishna? Krishna ran away. But however expert a thief may be, he would leave at least some clues to the police. Similarly, here Krishna is expert in breaking a pot and then running away from there and stealing butter and distributing butter to the monkeys, but he left some clue to Mother Yashoda. Yashoda could easily find where Krishna is. That is through his butter footprints. The small footprints were there all over the place, that were showing way to where Krishna is. So Krishna went to another room and Krishna later sat on the wooden grinding mortar and he was distributing this butter to monkeys. So that Yashoda could easily understand. Yashoda picked up a stick. She wanted to punish Krishna. She wanted to discipline Krishna. Yashoda, being a loving mother, she wanted to discipline Krishna and teach him good conduct of a human being. She wanted to see Krishna grow up like a very gentleman. So she picked up a stick to punish Krishna. So meanwhile, Krishna was sitting on the wooden grinding mortar and he was distributing butter to the monkeys. And it is said that in Ramavatar, when Krishna appeared as Lord Ramachandra, he engaged all the monkeys in making a huge bridge across the ocean. And because Ramachandra just engaged the monkeys in some physical activity and he also engaged the monkeys in war, so Ramachandra made the monkeys work so much. But now Krishna, the same Ram who appeared in the form of Krishna, that Krishna is distributing butter to the monkeys. Sometimes the Lord would engage his devotees in some hard work, sometimes he would just distribute butter and then please them, give them a lot of solace and comfort also. So here Krishna is giving butter to the monkeys. At that time, Mother Yashoda was slowly approaching Krishna. From behind Krishna, Krishna is fearful, Krishna is very careful. Every now and then he is looking here and there, and then he was conscious that Mother Yashoda might come at any moment. His eyes were very alert, his ears were very alert to hear any sound that indicates Mother Yashoda's arrival. So he was very attentive, but he is crying also and he is distributing butter to monkeys also. At that time, Mother Yashoda slowly approached Krishna with a stick. Krishna was confident, I am quite careful, Yashoda is nowhere around, he is continuing to distribute, also he is crying. But Mother Yashoda slowly approached and suddenly manifested in front of Krishna with a stick in her hand. And Krishna saw Mother Yashoda. He never saw Yashoda in this way. He saw Yashoda with some anger sometimes. But here is first time Mother Yashoda holding a stick to beat Krishna, and Krishna has never seen that kind of situation of Mother Yashoda. Krishna became very fearful. He was already crying. He was already disappointed. He just jumped off from this wooden grinding mortar. Krishna ran towards the main gate, because Krishna was thinking, if I run towards the main gate and if I go outside the palace campus, Nanda Bhavan's campus, outside the gate, then Yashoda, being a respectable lady, being the queen of Vrindavan, would not come on the streets and she would not punish me in public. So somehow on that day, nobody was there in the house. Nanda Maharaj went outside to do some activities, and Rohini Mata and Balaram, they were supposed to be in the house, but they got a very special invitation from Upananda, who was the brother of Nanda Maharaj, and they were also not there at house. Balaram was not there, Nanda Maharaj was not there, Rohini Mata was not there, only Yashoda and Krishna were there at house on that Diwali day, very early in the morning. Yashoda Mai got up so early in the morning, she wanted to churn butter for Krishna, because she thought that if I get up little late and start churning butter in the presence of Krishna, after Krishna wakes up, he would not allow me to do my activities. Yashoda Mai thought that Krishna might disturb me in my churning of butter. So Yashoda Mai got up so early and started churning butter, but Krishna caused disturbance in another way in this context. So now Krishna just ran towards the main gate and the chase begins. So Yashoda Mai, she did not restrain herself, because she has seen Krishna doing lot of mischief so early in the morning. He spoiled all her plans. She wanted to make butter from Padmagandha cow's milk, but that pot was broken and Krishna ran away, and Yashoda Mai somehow wanted to teach some lesson to Krishna, and she also ran behind Krishna, although Krishna is going towards the main gate outside. So let us discuss the chase in the next episode. Hare Krishna.
For more such devotional programs, please watch Hare Krishna television. To get this channel, please contact your cable or DTH operator. For more information, please call 8767 845 845.